What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Today in this video, what we're gonna do is a full day of eating like usual, except normally I'm showing you guys how to eat if you wanna lose weight, right? Be aesthetic, get that shredded six pack. But in order for us to lose the weight and look good, you gotta build the muscle up first. So in this video, I'm gonna go meal by meal, show you exactly what I would be eating. If I was in a bulking phase, we're gonna make it delicious, we're gonna make it high in protein, and most importantly, we're gonna make it fun. Let's get it started. All right, guys, we got a lot to go over. I'm gonna try to make this quicker than Leonardo DiCaprio swiping left on a teenager. We're gonna move fast. First thing I wanna cover is supplementation. Often overlooked and underappreciated in my opinion. These are supplements I take every single day. I'll give you some reasons why I take them, add stuff in, don't take them at all, doesn't matter to me. I'm just giving you guys the information. So first thing I do every single day is 2 scoops of a green powder first thing in the morning. I do not like to eat a lot of veggies. I never have, never will. I don't order lettuce on my burgers. I'm just not gonna do it. But to make sure those nutritional bases are covered, I really get the world's best multivitamin. 2 scoops of this a day is great. I find this on Amazon, 90 serving container, pretty cheap, lasts me for a while. Next up, good old fashioned creatine monohydrate. I'm taking 8 of these capsules a day, ends up being like 6 grams of creatine. It's the most trusted supplement in all of bodybuilding with the least amount of side effects. You don't get a ton of benefit, but those tiny increases over time really add up. So I recommend creatine. Next up, the feel good drug. We got good old fashioned vitamin D3, responsible for mood, sleep, hormone balance, tons of stuff here. I don't care who you are, even if you're not trying to be healthy, you should be taking this because it's gonna make your life better. I do 2 of these a day, about 10,000 IUs. Next up, I'm also doing 2 scoops of a psyllium husk fiber supplement a day. Keeps things moving, keeps my stomach full, ensures I'm getting in enough fiber while I'm eating all this dang protein. Swear by this as well. And then finally, I am taking organic grass-fed beef liver capsules, 6 of these a day, about 4,500 milligrams. And honestly, I can't even tell you exactly what this is doing. Liver King kind of sold me on it, to be honest. There's a lot of proven benefits. All I know is that I'm sleeping good, feeling good, sex drops through the roof, and my pheromones being let off. I have all the neighborhood dogs going crazy. So it's doing something, but those are the only supplements I take. I take them first thing every single morning. I knock them out. And once I take those, I move on to breakfast. I'm gonna show you what that looks like. Oh boy, time to make some magic happen. We're gonna be making one of my favorite meals of all time, anabolic chocolate chip waffles. I know if you try them, you'll love them. I'll put a recipe card in the corner for all these recipes. If you have my cookbook, you can also find them in there. That's how I'll be making all of these today. We're making a double batch. We're gonna start with 340 grams of a vanilla Greek yogurt. We're gonna place that down in a large mixing bowl. Then we're gonna need 54 grams of an instant pancake mix. Add that right in. Then we need 62 grams of vanilla-based whey protein powder, followed up by 184 grams of liquid egg beaters, and then finally 4 grams of baking powder. Then we'll just go in, stir everything together. And once we got it smooth like this, we'll take some Lily's no sugar added dark chocolate baking chips and weigh out 56 grams in our bowl. Then we'll just go ahead and fold these in. Then once our batter's mixed up, we're just gonna take some big spoonfuls, put them on a Belgian waffle maker, make sure we get full coverage. And once it's full, we'll just close it, wait a few minutes, this will be done, and we'll rinse repeat until all our batter is used up. All right, folks, here we go. Breakfast is served. We got 4 of these massive chocolate chip waffles. If you look close, you can see some of the chocolate chips in there. This is quite literally a delicacy. Let me give myself a bite. And keep in mind too, when you're trying to build muscle, you're gonna be eating a lot of food. So some of these meals you might be full already from the day before, but if you wanna grow, you gotta force yourself through it. Kind of like going on a bad Tinder date where you got catfished. You already got dressed up, you already paid for dinner, might as well eat. Let's get in here, get a nice chocolate chippy bite. Ooh, look at that. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. This is still one of my favorite anabolic recipes of all time. This never gets old. Doesn't even feel like you're on a diet. Now in meal 1, what we're getting for this entire double order is 964 calories with only 20 grams of fat. We get a whopping 108 grams of protein, 88 grams of carbs with 20 grams of fiber. Ooh-wee. When you're trying to build muscle, you gotta get started early getting them calories in. And here we're getting 108 grams of protein, a delicious meal, gonna keep you full for a while, but after this, we're gonna have to eat again shortly if we're trying to grow. So let me finish this, and I'll show you what we're gonna do for the next meal. Come on, come here, bud. Come here. That's a good boy, that's a good boy. All right, guys, for meal 2, we're gonna do something quick that's gonna get us some protein and taste amazing like a dessert. I need some Anabutter, basically protein peanut butter, a little more gourmet. Perfect if you're trying to get some calories in, and we'll mix that with an Anabar. Let me show you my little trick. I'm gonna grab a plate, and we got this Cinnamon Toast Crunch Anabar flavor. Absolutely love this one. Coated in that white chocolate, Cinnamon Toast Crunch aside, we'll place it in the middle. Then I'm gonna take 34 grams of our Anabutter and spread this right on top. This is also the Cinnamon Toast Crunch flavor with white chocolate, Cinnamon Toast Crunch pieces in it, so these two complement each other perfectly. Now we're just gonna pop it in the microwave, and we'll officially have a gourmet high protein dessert. Come on. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. That was quick, easy, meal 2. Now, why I love this is because after you microwave it, it warms up and melts that white chocolate on the Anabar. When you cover it in the Anabutter, it really is gourmet. I mean, I'm telling you. Let me get in here, get a bite. There she is, folks. 3, 2, 1. Let's get it. That should be illegal. Literally, this tastes like dessert. Now, in our second meal, what we get for the whole thing is only 476 calories with 24 grams of fat, 29 grams of protein, 36 grams of carbs, and 2 grams of fiber. Once again, we're trying to build muscle, right? You gotta look at it in the same way if you wanted to build a new addition onto your house. You can walk over with hammers and start banging away, but unless you have the raw materials, you literally can't build anything. That's the same thing with food. So in order to grow, you gotta eat. That doesn't mean we start having a free-for-all with pizza and ice cream, because you'll get fat that way. Instead, make the foods like the ones I'm showing you out of my cookbook. Really anything on this channel, hit your calorie goal, and you're gonna be A-okay. And I almost forgot to mention, we do a giveaway in every video for a box of the best tasting protein bar in the world, the Anabar. If you wanna be entered, you just gotta like the video, be subscribed to the channel, and leave a comment. I'll announce the winner in the next video. Plus, stay tuned to the end of this video, because I'll announce the last winner in this one as well. And if you wanna pick up a box of the best tasting protein bar in the world, the Anabar, or grab yourself some Anabutter, you can always head over to theanabar.com, use my code RJF10, you'll save money, and you'll be able to eat a delicious, high protein dessert just like the one I'm eating. All right, folks, I'm gonna finish this up and we'll be back for meal 3 momentarily. Come on. Hey there, boy. Look at that. He's a good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, she is. All right, guys, next meal we're gonna be making is some bodybuilding tuna melts. Now, if you don't like tuna, you can easily swap the tuna for canned chicken breast and we'll be just fine. This is great because it's portable, we can whip it up quick, and once again, we'll be eating good and hitting our goals at the exact same time. I'm gonna start with some 0-calorie butter spray. I wanna hit each of our 4 pieces of plain white bread with it. Then we'll just go ahead and flip each piece over, and I'm gonna take 4 slices of fat-free American cheese, and I'm gonna lay one down on each slice of bread. Each slice of this cheese has a whopping 5 grams of protein. I buy all of my cheese like this at Walmart, but if you find it somewhere else, because I have it, comment it down below. Then we'll grab a small bowl, and I'm gonna weigh out 74 grams of our tuna down inside. Then we need 48 grams of light Miracle Whip or mayo, followed up by 30 grams of sweet pickle relish. Then we'll add 10 grams of Dijon mustard. We'll do a gram of parsley flakes, and then finally a little kosher salt and a little black pepper. Then we'll just take our spoon and mix everything together until it's thoroughly combined. And once we got it mixed up and it looks like tuna salad, all we'll do is spread our mixture on 2 of our slices of bread. Once we got it spread, we'll go ahead and put our sandwiches together. Boom. Then I'm just gonna place these in the skillet and we're gonna cook these like a grilled cheese. We have it on low medium heat, and I'm gonna let these cook for roughly 3 to 4 minutes each side. That way the middle gets warmed up, it gets all gooey, the cheese melts, and that bread gets crispy. Let me do this and we'll be back. All right, guys, meal 3 is officially ready to go. We got our Anabolic bodybuilding tuna melts. These are essentially just a grilled cheese sandwich with tuna salad in the middle. Quick, easy, Anabolic, tastes amazing. Just get a load of that, man. Woo-wee, nice and toasted. You got the stuff peeking out the sides. That's what we want, baby. 3, 2, 1, let's get it. Lord have mercy. They're a little messy, but boy, do they get the job done. Now, at our third meal for 2 of these bodybuilding tuna melts, what we get is only 426 calories with 2 grams of fat, 48 grams of protein, 54 grams of carbs with 6 grams of fiber. Now, obviously those macros are great. At this point in the day, we're at about 2,000 calories. Typically for me, after I eat a big breakfast, like that big stack of waffles, it's gonna be hard to try to get that much food in at every single meal, or I'm gonna be slowed down and feeling kind of lethargic all day. So usually my first meal is really big and my last meal is really big. All the ones in the middle, whether they're snacks or quick little meals like this, tend to be a little smaller so I can keep moving and I don't get slowed down. And another thing, if you want to be able to whip up recipes just like this one, the chocolate chip waffles, or the ones we're gonna make later on in this video, the best cookbook on the internet, the RJF Anabolic cookbook, you can grab a copy at the first link in my description box. Not only do we have every recipe from the channel in this book, every time I drop a new video with a new recipe, this gets updated for free. Over 300 pages, and I know if you follow us in here, you will see results no matter what, and you're being good at the same time. The best diet is the diet that doesn't even feel like a diet. And if you're eating out of here, I promise you it sure won't. Hit that link down below to check it out. I know you won't regret it. Ooh, I'm gonna get back to these delicious sandwiches, then I'll return for the next meal. See you guys in a minute. Come on, boy. How did he get so? Look at that, boy. And we officially made it to meal 4, and I need a little snack to hold me over until our massive dinner. So what I'm gonna do is eat some of my favorite chip in the world, baked Flamin' Hot Cheetos. If you're gonna eat chips, they need to be baked. That way we save on calories, but still get the crunchy goodness. Let's go ahead and weigh out 84 grams in a bowl, and perfect. check it out, folks. We got ourselves the perfect little late afternoon snack. I love chips, I do. Flamin' Hot Cheetos especially. Once I discovered they had these baked ones, you guys know for the last few years, these have been a staple in my diet. Now, I understand there's not a lot of protein in this meal, right? But when you're eating out of the Anabolic cookbook and doing these recipes, we're gonna hit our protein essentially no matter what. So having a meal like this where there isn't a lot of protein isn't a big deal, because by the end of the day, we're gonna hit our totals. It's not necessarily about trying to get each meal perfect, it's what does your overall nutrition look like by the end of the day. If you're eating out of that cookbook, it's gonna look pretty well, but check this out. The baked version of these remind me very much of the regular version, except they're a little more crunchy, but they have just as much flavor. When I'm sitting here doing computer work, I love having a little bowl right next to me that I can kind of snack on while I'm finishing up my day before dinner. Like I said at the beginning of the video, we're trying to build muscle, so all calories are welcome. Now in this entire bowl for the whole thing, we get 399 calories with 15 grams of fat, only 6 grams of protein, 60 grams of carbs with 3 grams of fiber. Nice little snack, keeping those calories creeping up, giving me something to munch on while I'm finishing working. Not too shabby. I'm gonna eat this, and I'll show you guys this massive meal we're gonna have for the final one to send her home. Let's go. Oh, hey bud, how is he? All right guys, this final meal is a game changer. We're gonna be making baked macaroni and cheese, and that starts with choosing the right pasta. I'm using Bria Protein Plus pasta. If you can't find this, a chickpea pasta is also high in protein and it'll work too. We need 224 grams and we wanna boil it. I've already done that to save time. And next what we wanna do is grab a large mixing bowl, strain the noodles, dump them down inside. Then we wanna add 224 grams of fat-free cheddar cheese, along with 28 grams of real bacon pieces. Then we're gonna add in 120 grams of unsweetened almond milk, along with 1 large egg, 85 grams of fat-free Greek yogurt, and then for seasonings, 2 grams of onion powder, 2 grams of garlic powder. Then I'll do a generous dash of kosher salt, and the exact same with some black pepper. And now I'm just gonna go with a spoon and mix everything together until it's all evenly combined. And then once it's mixed up, we'll spoon it into an oven-safe baking dish. Make sure it's big enough. And then the final ingredient we're gonna add, with about 10 minutes left in the cook time, will be about 28 grams of breadcrumbs. I'll just sprinkle them on top. For the last 10 minutes, let them set and get crispy. But for now, we're gonna go ahead, wrap the top in foil, and then this will go in the oven at 350 degrees for about 35 to 40 minutes. Let me toss this in, I'll add the breadcrumbs at the required time, and I'll see you guys when it's finished. Now, before we get to trying this final meal, we got some Anabars to give away. The giveaway winner from the last video is Briley Mume with the comment, "Love your videos, man. I'm down 81 pounds, and recently I made your stuffed crust pizza, and man, was it tasty." Hey, I'm really glad you've lost 81 pounds, and I'm really glad you like that pizza. It's one of my favorite pizza recipes. I ate a ton of stuffed crust pizza in college, and no wonder why I was fat. But when you make it the Anabolic way, we cut the calories, get the protein in, and still eat good. That's why this is the best diet on the planet. So shout out to you. Thank you so much for the support. Email me. Hit the email in my description box below. We'll get one of these beautiful boxes of bars out to you ASAP. For everybody else, you already know, theanabar.com. Code RGF10 saves you money, and you really will be getting the best tasting protein bar ever created. Mark my words on that. All right, folks, let's get into this. So check this out. We got this massive mac and cheese bake, right? Now, this is how I do all my diets, even when I'm cutting. But essentially, I like my largest meal to be the one I eat at night. I have this habit. Me and my girl, we get on the couch, we watch an episode of a show or whatever we're into at that point in time, and I want to be able to eat for quite a long time, right? So my final meals are always pretty massive, and this one is no different, man. This massive plate of mac and cheese. You can see we put those breadcrumbs in at about 10 minutes left in the cook, and overall, this turned out magical. The middle is gooey. We can pull it out. You can literally see the melted cheese on that. Look at that. Oh no, a little messy when you're filming. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's get it. Now, since we're bulking, we're gonna eat this entire thing, but realistically, this recipe is like 4, 5, 6 servings. You can even meal prep with this right here if you wanted to. Now, for the final meal of the day on this muscle building program, what we get is a whopping 1,531 calories with only 27 grams of fat. We get 154 grams of protein, 168 grams of carbs with 22 grams of fiber. So once we choke this bad boy down, our totals for the entire day after eating all these meals are 3,796 calories with 88 grams of fat, 345 grams of protein, 406 grams of carbs with 53 grams of fiber. All I'm gonna say is, folks, if you follow this diet right here and you don't build muscle, I'd probably get that looked at because something ain't right. But in all seriousness, all of us have different goals. All of us have different body types, the amount of calories we need in a day. Some people work out more active, hence they need more calories. Some people are way more sedentary. So as much as this isn't a blanket diet that'll work for everybody out there, if you have about my stats, you're around around 5'10", weigh about 185, 190 pounds, and you're working out at least 5 days a week, then I think this is a great place for you. If you need more calories, add in another protein bar. If you need less, cut out the protein bar. It is really that simple. When the food tastes this good, like I always preach, it doesn't even feel like a diet. That's gonna wrap it up, folks. If I were to follow this meal plan every single day for, let's say, 12 weeks, I would slowly get a little bigger, put on a little bit of size, and ultimately build some hard-earned muscle. None of this stuff is inherently complicated. You just gotta get in the kitchen and do it. And if you wanna make it as easy as possible on yourself, right? I know we're talking about muscle building, but the same concept applies to losing weight. We eat these types of recipes, and we just eat the necessary amount of calories. And if you wanna follow the best diet in the world and take all the guesswork out of it, don't forget, you can always pick up a copy of the best cookbook in the world, the RGF Anabolic Cookbook, at the first link in my description. I know I say this a lot, but I promise you, if you use the formula I have in here that shows you how to figure out how many calories you specifically need in a day based on your height, weight, age, gender, workout, activity levels, all that stuff, you take that number and then you just eat recipes out of this book, you're gonna see results no matter what. So if that sounds good to you, hit that link in my description box. I promise if you use it, it'll be one of the best decisions you've ever made. And if you don't wanna do that, meal plans and online coaching available at RemingtonJamesFitness.com. I'm an ISSA certified personal trainer. I can make you a meal plan or a training plan. That way you don't have to think about it, you just follow what's on the paper. And then finally, guys, I'm always repping that Young LA. Check it out, we got the Pac-Man shirt on. Woo! And keep in mind, they sell everything with sleeves. I just cut sleeves off because that's who I am as a person. Mom calls it toxically masculine. I just call it being myself. But I'm rocking these new joggers they just dropped. With the cool Young LA branding on the side. These ones are more like sweatpants. We got pockets for everything we'd ever need. Makes the derriere look good. What? Male or female, if you want something dope, head over to youngla.com. My code RGF saves money. I'm telling you, all this stuff is awesome. It's quite literally all I wear. And with that, folks, we're out of here. You guys rock. As always, make sure you sound off in the comment section below to enter yourself into that giveaway. Hit that thumbs up button, and until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I will see each every one of you at the next video. See you guys. Wham, bam, bam, baby. Woo, we gone.